considered to be Islamophobic and racist. And the cause of that is principally, actually, a pamphlet which I wrote called Race and Faith back in 2016, in which I argued that we did not speak honestly enough and directly enough about these issues. And one of the things that resulted in was that nobody was ready to speak about what was going on in Rotherham and the origins of the people involved. And as a consequence of that, many, many hundreds of children suffered in a way that they should not have done. And frankly, that was 4 years ago, and that has now apparently been decided to be Islamophobic.
And I've been on TV shows with you where you've talked fascinatingly about the ownership effectively of Muslims and Islam.
Yeah.
Explain that to the listeners.
One of the issues, I think one of the reasons this has become controversial, nobody really cares about me. I'm not really in politics. I have no influence. But the reason I think this has become a flashpoint is that there is a group of members of Parliament who came up last year with what they described as a definition of Islamophobia. And that had two elements. One is it said that it was a kind of racism. And secondly, that hostility to what they called Muslimness were Islamophobic. Well, first of all, I then wrote a pamphlet for the Policy Exchange think tank in which I said two things. First of all, Muslims are not a race. One of the reasons that actually Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X became Muslims was because it is a genuinely pan-racial, non-racial faith. And secondly, on this issue of what they call Muslimness, it's completely undefined. And the point I made at that point was that means that what will happen is almost all sorts of people, including people you couldn't imagine being swept up in this, would be accused of being Islamophobic and persecuted. To be honest, I did not think that I would be one of those people.